And Matildas star Sam Kerr says she's fully focused on getting back onto the pitch after being found not guilty of racially harassing a British police officer. Sam didn't speak outside court. She later posted a statement on social media apologising for expressing herself poorly that night. She again maintained she never intended to insult or harm anyone and was thankful the jury unanimously agreed. Reacting to the verdict, Football Australia pledged to support Sam in the upcoming months. The Metropolitan Police say they respect the jury's decision and will continue to support the officers involved.
Well, journalist Latika Bourke is in London. Latika, what's been the reaction over there to this outcome?
Surprisingly, very muted. This case has not made the front page of any of the major newspapers in the UK this morning. And that is somewhat of a surprise, but I think rather reflective of the verdict, because if the verdict had gone the other way, make no mistake, this would have ignited the most giant culture war in the UK that you would have seen. And to be fair, there has been a lot of that in the reporting throughout this case, which extended a lot longer than people thought and did lead, of course, to the release of that footage where Sam Kerr may not have been found guilty in a court, but certainly her behaviour will have left a lot of people deeply unhappy with her.
Latika, it might not be on the front page over there, but there's plenty of commentary saying that this should never have even got to trial. What's the fallout from that?
Yeah, there is a bit of commentary here, although not as much of that as in Australia, because this is actually a very live issue in the UK. In fact, the criticism of the police in the UK is that they either are too pro arresting and stopping and searching people of colour, or it's the opposite, that they're actually too afraid and timid to prosecute or go after people in cultural minority groups because of the perception that they will be seen as racist. That's a really live and current debate in the UK in terms of policing, and that has also factored into this case. And you don't see as many claims that this should not have gone to trial, because a lot of people saw this as a bit of a litmus test of the law and where we're at. I think ultimately, though, the Court of Public Opinion will still deem this as a culture war, even if the courts say this wasn't something that they agreed with in terms of her calling this police officer a stupid white and some other unsavoury words, that those things weren't racially aggravated.
Latika, really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
I have been such a supporter of Sam Kerr for her entire career. I love Sam Kerr. I've followed her for the last 10 years when she was a teenager playing for Perth Glory back in the then-known W League. For me, I don't think that her position as Australian captain of the Matildas is tenable anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's something that Football Australia, in my opinion, has already alluded to as well. They released a statement today saying that they are behind Sam, of course, and they're going to support her throughout this process. And the verdict, obviously, the not guilty verdict, has played a part, will play a part. But they also said in that statement that they are investing in building behavioural standards and expectations. Leadership comes with added responsibilities on and off the field. And I think that they're laying the platform there to be like, we may be holding Sam to a different expectation here.
But if she's been found not guilty, what are the grounds for removing her from that position?
It has still been such terrible headlines and terrible publicity for Football Australia.
So she's taken a reputational hit.
I believe so.
But we
Because obviously male footballers, they get caught in bad headlines, they have to lose their jobs, don't they?
No, I agree with you, but they're not held to the same account, and also they're not on the national stage.
But
the international stage,
winners.
sorry, the international stage.
And she just beat a jury of 12 English people.
I hope that
Get her in the That's good
I
for the
hope she
country.
gets back to the Matildas team and she runs out onto that pitch, and she will always, I think, be a spiritual leader for so many people, but I don't think she'll be the captain.